90th in the Football League, but Wrexham are the FA Cup's team of the season so far. A near-capacity crowd producing record gate receipts was ensured by their victory over Arsenal and the draw at West Ham, which led to tonight's replay. And Wrexham seemed ready to produce another shock as they repeatedly stretched the First Division side's defence in the opening stages. But against the run of play, it was West Ham who scored before half-time, when Keane's corner was headed in by Colin Foster. The goal didn't inspire West Ham, though, and Wrexham continued to carry the greater threat after half-time. Their enthusiasm created a series of chances, but as in the first half, the First Division team managed to survive. Against Arsenal, Wrexham had scored twice in the last 10 minutes, but tonight there was to be no such finale. Wrexham out of the FA Cup, but around £200,000 richer thanks to their endeavours.
Tonight's main news again, a policeman has killed himself after murdering 3 people at a Sinn Féin office in Belfast. And detectives in the West Midlands have issued an artist's impression of the kidnapper of the estate agent Stephanie Slater. There'll be more on Newsnight on BBC2 at 10:30, but that's the 9 o'clock news. Good night.
Good evening from Newsroom Southeast. Firefighters are trying to bring a blaze under control that's sweeping through a school building at Wapping in East London. Roads near Tower Bridge have been blocked off.
The fire broke out at around 6:30 at the infant school near Tobacco Dock, which now appears virtually destroyed. Thick black smoke and flames are still pouring from the burnt-out remains of several one-storey buildings. 50 firefighters are tackling the blaze. No one's sure yet how it started, but a fire investigation unit's at the scene.
The governor of a young offenders institution where 3 people have committed suicide in the last 6 months has said he can't guarantee there won't be more deaths. Joe Whitty says he needs an extra 46 prison officers at the Feltham Centre in Middlesex. The Home Secretary, Kenneth Baker, who visited the centre today, has expressed his concern. A hospital ward in Essex, where 12 elderly patients died from a flu virus, has been reopened to new patients. Admissions were cancelled at the Prittlewell ward of Rochford Hospital near Southend following the deaths last month. A football supporter in Berkshire has been awarded more than £500,000 in the High Court after a coach crash left him with severe brain damage. 24-year-old Andrew Routledge from Tilehurst in Reading was on his way home after seeing England play Spain when the accident happened 5 years ago. Police in Luton are looking for a gang of youths who dropped a concrete block onto a police car. The 2 officers had got out of the car seconds earlier to make an arrest. The concrete was thrown 30 feet from the roof of a shopping centre near the Marsh Farm estate. Students at Somerville College, one of the last all-female colleges at Oxford, demonstrated today over plans to admit men for the first time in its 100-year history. Somerville is to accept male students from next year. That's all from Newsroom Southeast today. Look at the weather now with Bernard Davey. Good evening.
Hello, today was the start of the Chinese New Year. I thought perhaps you'd like to see what sort of weather they had. Warm and sunny down in Hong Kong, Beijing, cold and sunny, Shanghai cloudy. But there was rain and sleet and snow out to the west, and that'll be working its way across China. Of course, it is the year of the monkey. Let's hope the weather doesn't make a monkey of us too often in the coming year. Well, we're not off to a bad start. We've got the high pressure down to the south. Things will be quiet, though this weather front did bring some rain and brought much milder air across the country. Temperatures were as high as 13. The weather front moves away, the high pressure sits to the south, so we shouldn't have too much trouble with fog or frost or poor air quality, always strong breezes running around the top of the high pressure. Fairly gusty at times, especially through Scotland and northern England, and strong winds getting to Shetland, pushing away the cloud, the sleet and the snow. So the high pressure to the south, brisk winds to the north. Fair amount of cloud then over the British Isles. Then we have the high pressure band of cloud out to the west. That's running northwards, gradually working its way towards the British Isles over the next few days. Through tonight, a fair amount of cloud, mostly dry, some drizzle on these western coasts, some breaks to the south, the rain running through Scotland into Shetland, turning to sleet or snow as it hits the colder air. An 80% chance of some snow up in Shetland. And there it'll be quite cold, temperatures below freezing and icy, but for the bulk of the country, a reasonably mild night with temperatures around about 6 and 7, with a fairly brisk west to northwesterly wind. Through tomorrow, still some sleet or snow in Shetland, then gradually turn into rain, some drizzle around these western coasts, but further inland it should be brighter, and through the day we'll see more in the way of sunshine coming through, especially in sheltered eastern and southern areas. Another very mild day, temperatures between 9 and 12 in the south, for the north between 8 and 11, and even in Shetland the temperatures recovering. Through Thursday, cloudy with gales in the north, drizzle on these western coasts, but fairly bright and sunny in many eastern areas, and then through Friday and Saturday, wet and windy weather spreading in from the west. That's it from me. Good night.
The BBC presents the Olympic Games. The grace and power of the Winter Olympics. Over 90 hours of live action from Albertville in France. The thrills and the spills. The BBC, the best place to enjoy the Games. The Olympic Winter Games starting Saturday, BBC1.
Among Barry Norman's viewing this evening will be Cannes Film Festival award winner Barton Fink, James Caan and Bette Midler's latest, For the Boys, and from Australia, Death in Brunswick, starring Sam Neill. Film 92 can be released once Spender has found the Golden Striker.